This was talked about a few months back, like October. Apparently the Denver Nuggets on Twitter, they have a picture of 5 Denver Nuggets players of all time. They asked, who is your favorite Nugget of all time? I guess asking the fans or whatever. So in this picture they have Nick Van Exel, Dikembe Mutombo, Alex English, Nikola Jokic, and Chauncey Billups. You don't see Carmelo Anthony at all. You would think Carmelo Anthony would be in this picture, but he's not. And it feels as though the Denver Nuggets literally disrespected Carmelo. I believe the organization has something to do with this. Now, I'm sure there's some Nuggets fans who are obviously not happy not seeing Carmelo in the picture. You can't blame them. Now, I don't know if this was like supposed to be like a top 5 greatest Nuggets of all time, like it's a starting lineup, like the greatest point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. I'm guessing it seems like this kind of like that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't even see Carmelo. I don't even see David Thompson in the picture. Like, what the heck? Because the greatest point guard in Nuggets history is Fat Lever. The greatest shooting guard in Nuggets history is obviously David Thompson. The greatest small forward in Nuggets history, I would say, is Carmelo. The greatest power forward in Nuggets history, I would say, is Alex English. Now, I know Alex English was mainly a small forward, but he could play some power forward too. And if this is like a Nuggets starting lineup greatest of all time at position, and it was like a starting 5, I would have English at power forward. Okay? And then greatest center in Nuggets history, I mean, most people say Jokic, but you can't go wrong with Mutombo. You can say Mutombo as well. I think it's disrespectful to not have Carmelo as the favorite Nugget of all time. Like, Carmelo put the Nuggets on the map. Like, the Nuggets for the rest of the 90s era, I think ever since Mutombo left Denver, they pretty much were mediocre. They haven't made the playoffs until Carmelo arrived. And when Carmelo was there for his 7.5 seasons in Denver, they always made the playoffs. They always made the playoffs. The Nuggets should be thankful to Carmelo that they always made the playoffs when he was on the team. They never missed the playoffs. And yes, the majority of the time he lost in the first round, except for 2009 when they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals and lost to the Lakers in 6 games. But other than that, the Nuggets never missed the playoffs. But besides him carrying them to the playoffs during his 7.5 seasons, he gets disrespected. That's very disrespectful to not have Carmelo or even David Thompson in this picture. Nick Van Exel, I mean, don't get me wrong, Nick Van Exel's prime years were with the Lakers and the Nuggets. And Chauncey was also great when he came back to Denver as well. But I'm not sure if these two should have been seen in this picture. Now, would I say Chauncey and Nick Van Exel are like top 15 greatest Nuggets of all time? Sure. But like top 5 or whatever? No. I don't know what's up with the organization disrespecting Carmelo. I guess they still upset about the way he left Denver, where he immediately wanted his way out of Denver immediately back in February 2011 for him to go play for the Knicks. Look, I understand you're upset with the way Carmelo left Denver, but Carmelo said he loves Denver, and you guys need to get over that. That happened back in 2011, and you're still having a problem with what happened with him going to New York. Get over it. At the end of the day, acknowledge him as a great Denver Nugget. That's all I'm saying. And as they say, time heals all wounds. And it's time for you to heal those wounds about Carmelo, getting traded from the Nuggets to the Knicks. All right? It is what it is. Give Carmelo his respect. And I hope that the Nuggets retire Carmelo's jersey one day as well. They should. I mean, he spent 7.5 seasons carrying that team to the playoffs. He should. But then, some people are saying that it sounds like it's not going to happen because Nikola Jokic currently wears number 15. Okay, good point. Good point. But here's the thing. I think they can still retire Carmelo Anthony's number 15 as well, despite Jokic wearing number 15. Because remember this, because some people probably have forgotten about this or probably don't even know. But when Chauncey Billups got his jersey retired for the Pistons, his number 1 jersey for the Pistons back in 2016, Reggie Jackson at the time was with the Pistons, and he was wearing number 1. Just like Chauncey wore number 1 when he was with the Pistons. And when Chauncey got his number 1 jersey retired for the Pistons, Reggie Jackson still wore number 1. He didn't change his number, you would think, but he didn't. Why? I don't know. Reggie Jackson kept wearing number 1 with the Pistons for the rest of his Pistons career until he was waived and went on to the Clippers. So my point is that if Chauncey Billups can get his jersey retired and Reggie Jackson continues to wear the same number, I don't see why the same thing couldn't happen for Carmelo, where he gets his number 15 jersey retired and Jokic still remains to wear number 15. I don't see why not. If you ask Jokic, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if he possibly wanted to change his number 15 to another number. You think Jokic's going to get upset and bent out of shape if, they ask him if he could change his number out of respect for Carmelo to get his jersey retired? That doesn't sound like Nikola Jokic. That's like if Ray Allen got his jersey retired for the Milwaukee Bucks, his number 34 retired for the Bucks, even though Giannis now wears number 34. If they were to ask Giannis, you think he would be bent out of shape if he didn't want to change his jersey number to, like, I don't know, number 43 and would do out of respect to Ray Allen? That doesn't sound like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Giannis would be fine with Ray Allen getting his number 34 jersey. He sounds like he has class.